Some give up the people they love because they give up on love. But some of us give them up because we give in to love.
Every word written in Czarina Zoleta's play In Another Life shares a piece of her heart and soul. Her honest writing has granted her opportunities that every young playwright wishes to achieve. The University of Lethbridge student says she had wanted to write the play's story for quite some time.
I had the idea for this story a long time ago, like just as I was getting into university, but I never thought of doing anything with it. Like I didn't plan on, if anything, I was like, oh, this would be like a fun novel or something. As I was taking screenwriting classes at the university and we had to come up with screenplay ideas, I remembered this idea and I was like, oh, like that would make like a great movie. So I actually started writing it with the intent of it being a screenplay. Then I actually took up playwriting classes by recommendation of my screenwriting professor. And then in my playwriting class, I thought maybe I should try this as a play instead.
Although it wasn't a class requirement to finish the play, Zoleta says she got carried away and composed the entire piece. By finishing a script, the young playwright was able to expose her work to a broader fine arts community.
I heard that there was a playwriting competition at the university and I was like, oh, well, I have this play that's finished anyways, and this was the very first play that I'd ever written. Like I have no experience with like theater or playwriting at all. So I was just like, you know what, like it doesn't hurt to try, like enter into this competition. So I submitted it and the next month I found out that I won first place, which was unbelievable.
As the Playwright Prize first place winner, Zoleta received a monetary reward that every year is donated by alumnus Terry Whitehead. A public reading of Zoleta's play was also held for the competition winner.
That was the only reason why I actually like showed my work to people. I never would have just done it by myself, but the fact that it was put up on stage and seeing it come to life it was just a reading, but even just having actors read it out and like just the words coming from paper to being spoken out loud, it was like the most amazing feeling ever.
Seeing her words come to life in the staged reading sparked her to apply for a full-blown production of her play put on by a student-run theater troupe out of the university. Zoleta's work was selected out of many applicants.
You have all these people that are analyzing and interpreting and looking at every single word, and so it makes you feel very insecure and it's scary. But at the same time, it's the most amazing, exhilarating feeling ever to see your words that are on paper to come to life and they actually take shape and characters are actually people doing things.
The bubbly student says anyone who knows her will see her personality come out in the production. There's even metaphors depicting her appreciation of fine cuisine.
I've always been really fascinated with how people would always use the expression in another life and how people would always say like, oh yeah, like I would do this or that, or I do things differently in another life. And I was especially notorious for using this too. And I started thinking about it and I was like, this is a really terrible statement to live by. Why can't we do the things we want to do now? Like we don't have another life. But I also realized on the flip side of this that not all of us are that lucky and we can't do what we want to do because of responsibilities or burdens.
Zoleta says she plans to continue writing and hopes to make it her career. She may continue to pursue her education with a master's in creative writing. For Zoleta, the mark of success is emotionally connecting with someone through her work. For Go Southern Alberta, I'm Fallon Wagner.